Hello, welcome. I'm Cheryl. This is Your Journey Yoga. Thank you so much for joining me. Today, we are going to spend some time giving some love to those hips. Flexibility, range of motion, working through some of the tension and tightness, the negative energy that we have a tendency to hold in those hips. We're going to let it go or do the best we can. A strap is optional. Do not have to have one, but if you do have one and you want to grab it, press pause and then press play again when you're ready. You can also use a dog leash. You can use anything, a belt, a tie, anything that you like. So if you don't have a yoga strap, it's okay. Grab what you have. If you don't have anything, you got your hand. So we'll make that work as well. And I'll give you all the modifications that we can use for that. So let's get started, my friends. Just a seated position that feels good to you and sit up nice and tall. We're going to take just a second to close those beautiful eyes. And just breathe. Let your hands rest. And just check in. How's the body feeling today? Maybe get rid of the wiggles, whatever you've got. Find those big deep breaths. And as you're ready, just slowly walk your hands forward. So this is a great check-in. So you can support with your hands, you can support with your forearms, or you can let gravity do the work here. And just let yourself melt forward. So yeah, we're starting to get into those hips. Noticing if there's tension in the lower back. Feeling that nice stretch in those glutes. Inhale, lift just slightly and walk your hands forward. Giant step. And release it down. Press your tailbone towards the mat. Tuck your chin towards your chest. And again, just get rid of the wiggles. Settle yourself down. Breathe. What are you feeling? Do you have a natural tendency to hold tension in your hips? Lots of people. Oh my goodness, lots and lots of people do. Me included. Inhale, circle those hands back by your hips. Big circle of those arms up and overhead. Oh, and just a big pull back. Oh, just because it feels good. Squeeze those shoulder blades and squeeze those elbows. Inhale, reach to the sky and release those hands down. Let's come forward towards the top of the mat. You're going to move your strap back where it's handy, and we're just going to roll it back. Pulling those knees in, hands to your shins, and just pull it in. Placing that left foot to the mat, knee is bent. Both hands, interlace the fingers and place your hands just below the knee. Core is strong, pressing the tailbone into the mat, that lower back into the mat. We're going to use the strength of the arms to pull the knee down as we press up with that knee. As you take a big breath in, prepare. And as you exhale, pull with those hands, push with that knee. And release. Again, take a big breath in, prepare. And as you exhale, pull with those hands, push with that knee. You can have that leg long if you prefer, that left leg, and release. We're going to do that 2 more times. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, pull down with the hands, push up with the knee. Core strong. Try not to push with that left heel. This is all that right side, and release. 1 more time. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, press up with the knee, pull down with those hands. And release. Placing that right foot to the mat, knee is bent. Pull the left knee in, hands to the shin, just below your knee. So we tuck that pelvis, small of the back, pressing into the mat. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, pull down with those hands, push up with that knee. Press the small of the back into the mat, engage those core muscles, and release. Again, you can keep that right knee bent, or if you prefer, you can extend the leg out. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, pull down with the hands, push up with the knee. And release. Again, take a big breath in, and as you exhale, pull down with the hands, press up with the knee. Feeling that nice stretch down the front through the hip flexor on that right leg if that leg is long, and release. 1 more time, take a big breath in. And as you exhale, pull down with the hands, press up with the knees. Breathe. And release. Pull both knees in, hands to each shin, just below your knee, and rock side to side. Just checking in. Now we're going to do the opposite. All right, so we're going to push away with the hand and pull down with the knee, coming back to center. Again, placing that left foot to the mat, knee is bent or leg is long. Right hand is going to come to the top of that right thigh. So we're going to push up with the hand and pull down with the knee. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, press up, push down. And again, we're trying not to push with that left leg. This is all the right leg. And release. Take a big breath in and exhale. Press down with that leg, push up with that hand, and release. Fairly intense here. Take a big breath in and exhale. Press up with the hand, press down with the knee. Feel those core muscles and release. We've got one more time. Take a big breath in and exhale. Press down with the leg, push up with the hand. And release. Go ahead and cross that right foot up and over that left knee and allow your right knee to open out to the side. If that's not great for you, on the top of your thigh, put your foot to the inside of your thigh and just let that right knee open. Mobility and flexibility through that hip. Working to keep your left side of the pelvis down. We want to level out that pelvis. Breathe. So there's just this tendency to roll. We want to stay down. So you'll notice some activity going on through the left side, through those obliques. And we pull that right knee up and pull the left knee in. And again, that right foot can stay down, or you can extend your leg long. Left palm to the top of the left thigh. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, press up with the hand, push down with that knee. Again, we're not pushing through that right heel or that right foot at all. And release. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, press down. Push up. So you're creating that resistance, your strength, and release. 2 more times. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, press down with the hand. Press up with the hand, press down with that leg. And release. We've got 1 more time. Take a big breath in. And exhale. Press down with the leg, push up with that hand. And release. Crossing that left foot above the right knee and letting that left knee open to that figure 4. Or again, you're welcome to place your foot along the inside of that left or that right thigh and just let that left knee open. And again, working to keep that pelvis as flat as we can rather than rolling to that left hip. Draw that hip down and just let it open. Checking in. That was a fair amount of core work, yeah? Now pull that right foot in. Soles of the feet come together and open those knees out to the side. Reclined butterfly. Feet can be in as close as you'd like them to be or as far away as feels good to you. And just breathe. Noticing if maybe one side can lift a little, it has a little more lift than the other, a little more range. That leg comes down a little bit more. Slowly drawing those knees towards the sky, pulling the feet in by your hips. Feet are hip width apart, hands come down by your sides, palms to the mat. Tuck the pelvis so that the small of the back presses into the mat and begin to peel your spine off the mat, 1 vertebra at a time as you press your way up to bridge pose. Top of bridge pose, we're resting on the back of the head, back of those shoulders, squeezing those glutes, knees right in line with those hips. Breathe. So lots of times, lots of people have overactive quads and underactive hamstrings and glutes. So the backs of the legs aren't nearly as strong as the front of the legs. And that can really start to mess with your lower back and your knees. Slowly bring it back down. Let's do that again. Re-engage. Small of the back presses into the mat and slowly begin to lift. Peeling your spine off the mat all the way up to bridge pose. Now you can hold here with both feet staying down, or if you like, shift your weight to your left foot, cross your right foot above that left knee, and allow that right knee to open. So we want to be mindful that those hips don't drop a whole lot. Mobility and flexibility. You feel that intensity through that right hip. Now we're going to do little lifts and lowers. Little. So little pulses coming down, squeeze it up. Coming down, squeeze it up. You can do the same thing if both feet are down. You don't have to cross that leg. Last one. Release that right foot. Keep that intensity. Squeeze those buns. Shift your weight to your right foot. Left foot crosses above that right knee and opening that left knee out. Keeping that pelvis high. Little pulses. And again, both feet can be down. You'll feel that little fire in your bum. That openness in that left hip. 2 more. Last one. Squeeze. Release. And let's take it down. 1 vertebra at a time. All the way down. Oh, nice. Pull those knees in 1 at a time. Hands to your shins just below the knees. Pull them in nice and tight. Nice stretch for that lower back, for those glutes. Let's rock it side to side. Breathe. Coming back to center, bringing the hands behind your thighs. Let's rock it up. Let's turn and face front. Bringing the soles of the feet together. We're going to take that strap if you have it. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. And we're going to take it to the outside edge of your foot. This just makes it a little bit easier, but you certainly don't need it. You can reach down and take a hold at the ankles or the outside edge of your foot. As we wrap that strap, we're going to pull. And we're going to come forward, lengthening through the crown of the head. Coming all the way over. So if you are taking a hold, just use the strength of the arms, but again, keeping that length through the crown of the head. Breathe. Oh, that butterfly, feel that stretch in those outer hips, that lower back. Now just gently let yourself round over, letting go of that intensity through the crown of the head, not worrying about if the back is flat, but just letting the nose come towards your toes. And then slowly begin to roll it up, 1 vertebra at a time. Sitting up nice and tall. Release that strap. And once again, turn towards the top of your mat. Breathe. Let's rock it back to boat pose. You can take your strap again, or you can release it. And we're going to take a hold down towards the ankle, or you can use your strap. And as we're in our boat pose, we're going to extend that right leg out, left arm out. If you need support, use that left hand behind you or behind that left leg. And we're going to slowly let that right leg open out to the side. Now, if you don't need the strap, you can absolutely take a hold of the outside edge of your foot or of your big toe with your first 2 fingers and your thumb. I want you to notice what your left knee is doing. It'll have a tendency to kind of roll out to the side to help counterbalance. I want you to do your best to keep that left knee pointing towards the sky. And just let that right leg open out to the side. So again, whatever you need, strap or hand. Breathe, lift the chest. Find that breath. And then slowly lift that leg back to center. And we're going to, as gracefully as we can, switch to the other side. So now that right knee is going to stay straight to the sky. You'll notice it'll start to kind of lean out to the side. You want to keep it straight. As you let that left leg open out to the side, and again, arm can be extended. Hand can be behind that right thigh. You can have your right hand behind you for support. Decide what's right. Lift the chest and breathe. And slowly lift that leg. Bending that left knee, place that right foot in the strap as well. If you don't have that strap, just reach down, take a hold at the ankles, the outside edge of your feet, sit up nice and tall. Nice tight little ball here as you draw those thighs in towards the tummy and as you lift through the crown of the head. Breathe, activating the muscles through that upper and middle back. Little stretch for those glutes. More range of motion for the hips, right? Now slowly, again, you can take a hold of the strap or the outside edge of the feet, outsides of the ankles, whatever you like, and extend those legs just as high as you can get them. Pressing through those heels, should feel a pretty decent stretch down the hamstrings, the calves. Breathe. Now use the strength of those arms to pull those legs in, nose towards your knee. Find your breath. So again, if you've got a hold of the feet or the ankles, you're doing the same thing, just using the strength of those arms to pull those legs in. Bending the knees, bringing the hands back behind your thighs, or keeping that strap. Extend the legs and lower them down. Keep a hold of that strap, but let's take it to the right foot and slowly lower yourself down, pulling that right knee in and extend that right leg. Walk the hands up that strap just as high as you can get them, lengthening that right leg as long as you can get it. Breathe. Now release that intensity, let that leg come straight to the sky. Take the strap in your right hand, left arm opens out to a T, and let that right leg open out wide. Working to keep the pelvis level. So just like we did before, that left hip is going to try and pull off the mat. I want you to really engage those obliques on that left side to keep the hips from shifting. So again, if you don't have the strap, yep, you can have your hand to the outside of your leg. You can reach down and take a hold of the big toe, outside edge of your foot, whatever feels right to you. It's all about keeping the pelvis level, opening up that hip. Now let that right arm be heavy and just let the weight of the leg be heavy and use the strength of the inner thigh to lift it back towards the sky. Nice. If you have the strap, release it, bend that right knee and extend it out. Pull that left knee in, place the strap around that left foot, and we pull it in and extend it out. So again, you can take a hold of the foot. You can have a hold behind the leg. If you've got your strap, those are amazing because they just make it a whole lot easier to really get that extension and feel that length down the back of the leg. Breathe. Releasing the intensity, allowing that leg to come straight up towards the sky. Right arm extends out to a T and that left leg opens out to the left, just as far as it's willing to go. And again, working to keep that right hip from lifting. Breathe. If you've taken a hold of the outside of your foot or perhaps the big toe, we just have this added bonus of letting that arm be heavy to use gravity to pull. But again, don't let that right hip lift. There's this tendency to kind of roll over and let that hip rise. I want you to feel that right cheek, that back cheek, down to the earth. Now let that arm be heavy, core is strong, and slowly use those adductor muscles, those inner thigh muscles, to lift your leg back to center. Bend your knee, release that strap, go ahead and set it off to the side, pull your right knee in, and let's rock it up. Crisscross your legs, bring the hands forward, step it back to plank. Breathe, hold your plank. Strong and solid. Breathe. Let's draw that right foot in, up to the outside of that right foot, and let those hips be heavy. Step it back to plank. Left foot comes into the outside of the left hand, and let those hips be heavy. We're going to do that one more time each. Step it back. Right foot steps in, let those hips be heavy. Step it back, left foot steps in, hips are heavy. Now draw that right foot in and lowering the bottom as low as feels good to you, lifting the chest, we come to our yogi squat or garland pose and pressing to the outer edge of your foot. So we have this tendency to kind of roll in and let the outside edge of our foot lift. Might not even lift, but it might be not quite as much weight. I want you to even out that weight distribution throughout your foot. Feel the inside as much as the outside of your foot, drawing the pelvis through. And breathe. Release your hands. As you exhale, extend the legs. Let your head be heavy. face be soft. As you exhale, bend the knees, lowering back down to garland, lifting those hands. Find your breath. As you exhale, release your hands and extend those legs. Head heavy. One more time, lowering down to garland. Lift the chest, pull the hands to heart center. And one more extension. Oh, let that head be heavy, arms heavy. And slowly lower down to frog pose. Nice flat back. Hands supportive. Step your left foot back. And then your right. Crocodile down. Press it through up dog. Release your knees and walk your hands back towards you. Shoulders right underneath, shoulders right over the wrists. Core is strong. Find your breath. I want you to visualize knees and hips staying right in line. We're going to open up those knees. We're going to keep the big toes touching, and then we're going to slowly open out those knees nice and wide. Just let them slide. You can come down onto your forearms. You can stack your hands. So just be mindful of those hips. They're going to try and sneak back a little bit or come forward a little bit. Don't worry quite so much if those big toes are still touching. You can actually open up those feet if you like a little more intensity. It's about really just letting go, letting your body come to wherever it's ready to be. And let's slowly come back up to the forearms, core strong. Pull those knees back in and sit it back to child's pose. And go ahead and walk your hands up. Let's come over onto one hip. Sweep your feet around. Crisscross those legs. Sit up nice and tall. I hope you're feeling amazing. I hope those hips are just warm and fuzzy and feeling good. Give those shoulders a good roll up and back. And shoulders slide down and away. Again, shoulder roll up and back. And shoulders slide down and away. Inhale, reach to the sky. And exhale, release that right hand down. Left arm up and over. Oh, that feels nice. Inhale, reach to the sky. Both arms come up. And exhale, other side. Up and over. Inhale, reach to the sky one more time each side. Exhale, take it up and over. Inhale, reach to the sky. And exhale, last time. Inhale, reach to the sky. Both arms come up. And as you exhale, hands pass by heart center. Close your eyes. Release the backs of the hands to the tops of the knees. If it feels good to you, you can bring your index finger and thumb to touch. You do not have to. Just let your hands find a comfortable place to rest. Close your eyes and breathe. As we take those big deep breaths in and out, we draw in positive energy, healing energy, warmth and love for those hips. As you exhale, see that negative energy, that tension, that tightness, just drift away on that breath. As that negative energy leaves our body, transforming to positive energy, to be assimilated by you or somebody else who needs that positive energy. We just gently release all the energies that are not going to serve us well today, finding a sense of peace and well-being, strength and health. We think, we say, we feel positive things about our beautiful body. My friends, it needs your love. It needs your compassion. It needs your faith and understanding that some days are going to be a little more challenging than others. Taking care of that amazing body each and every day. Allowing a smile on your face, joy in your heart, gratitude in your heart. May you find the sunshine on your face today, feel a gentle breeze. And my wish for you today is just a beautiful day in every way. Filled with the people you love, laughter, fun, some time for yourself. Let's gently open those eyes, take a big breath in, reach to the sky. And exhale, pull your hands to heart center. Light and love to you, my friend. Until the next time, namaste.